Due to his Jedi heritage and enhanced battle armour, Durge managed to live for over 2,000 years and survive many near-death situations. Over the centuries, the bounty hunter developed a deep hatred for Mandalorians, which led him to the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Under the command of Count Dooku, Durge led droid forces into battle numerous times, proving himself to be a capable sergeant. However, Anakin Skywalker soon found a way to destroy the Jedi warrior once and for all. Welcome to the Characters and Star Wars Lore episode 136, The Rise of Durge. Even at an early age, Durge was in exceptional physical shape and possessed natural aggression that was uncommon for the Jedi species. As soon as he witnessed bounty hunters in action, he fixated himself with the dangerous trade, which led him to Jang. The Mandalorian training master taught Durge everything he needed to know about Mandalorian tactics and combat skill. During their time together, Durge and Jang were approached by a doctor who offered them armour suits fitted with advanced cybernetics. Unwilling to pass on the unique opportunity, Durge and Jang accompanied the doctor to his laboratory. On the operating table, both bodies effectively merged with their respective armour suits. However, the doctor encountered some difficulty with Durge's Jedi physiology, since his body constantly tried to heal over the cybernetics. As the two tested out their new abilities in a sparring match, the laboratory was attacked by Mandalorians. In the ensuing battle, Jang was incapacitated by a thermal detonator. Believing his friend was dead, Durge pursued the Mandalorian leader. Unbeknownst to the Jedi, the Doctor orchestrated the entire attack to spark a war between the Mandalorian clans and the Sith. During his time fighting for the Sith in the new Sith Wars, Durge familiarised himself with the techniques utilised by the Jedi to become proficient in killing them. However, he was forced into hiding following the Sith's defeat at the 7th Battle of Ruzan. He continued to operate under a number of different aliases and false names, amassing a fortune of bounties in the process. In 132 BBY, Durge successfully slew the Mandalorian leader but was captured soon after. He was tortured by the Mandalorians, which drove him past the edge of sanity. Despite escaping captivity, the Jedi was forced to regenerate for the next century. His injuries fully healed shortly after the outbreak of the Clone Wars. However, by then, the majority of Mandalorians in the galaxy had perished. Feeling he had been cheated out of his revenge, Durge turned his attention to the Grand Army of the Republic, which was made up of soldiers cloned from the DNA of Mandalorian bounty hunter Jango Fett. As a result, the Jedi happily accepted Count Dooku's invitation to join the ranks of the CIS. Throughout the Clone Wars, Dooku often paired Durge and Asajj Ventress together for assignments. One such mission had them test out a new chemical weapon on the Gungan inhabitants of Naboo's moon, Oma-Jun. The swamp gas proved fatal, killing Gungans shortly after contact. However, before they could launch a full-scale gas assault on Naboo, a Republic strike team landed on the moon. Durge felt excited to face Jedi once more, and soon clubbed down his enemies. Unfortunately, the bounty hunter was stabbed in the abdomen with a lightsaber and shot through the eye. To make matters worse, Alpha 17 destroyed the shuttles destined to launch the swamp gas on Naboo. Outraged, Durge threw the commando into a fire before Skywalker inflicted him with another injury. With no alternative, the Jedi fled the battle, vowing to kill Skywalker at a later date. 4 months into the Clone Wars, Durge was dispatched to Muna Lince to safeguard the planet from an eventual Republic attack. He soon after led a charge against the Republic's forces, wiping out many clone troopers and walkers in the process. After flanking groups of enemy soldiers, Durge came face to face with Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Jedi stabbed the Jedi in the gut with his lightsaber, which Durge literally laughed off. In response, Kenobi used every weapon in his arsenal, eventually cutting his opponent in half. Believing Durge to be dead, Obi-Wan continued his assault. However, the bounty hunter recovered surprisingly quickly and made his way to Sandhill's command centre. Just as Kenobi apprehended the intergalactic banking clan leader, Durge made his reappearance. As he barged into the room, he was met with a barrage of blaster fire, which knocked him down and ripped apart his armour. Freed from the constraint of his bodysuit, Durge swiped at several clone troopers and lunged towards Kenobi. Despite absorbing the Jedi into his body, Obi-Wan used the Force to rip apart the Jedi from within. 2 months later, Durge and Ventress were ordered by Dooku to search for an unknown intruder in the Trenchant space station. Just as the Jedi voiced his disapproval at such a menial task, he was struck from behind by Dooku's latest subordinate, Grievous. After knocking out Ventress, the cyborg was dealt a number of punches from Durge. Unfazed, Grievous beheaded his opponent. As it turned out, the encounter was a test for the new recruit, which he passed with flying colours. However, unwilling to lose two faithful soldiers, Dooku ensured Durge and Ventress were nursed back to full health. As the Clone Wars reached its climax, Durge planned to make good on his earlier promise to slay Anakin Skywalker. As a result, he lured both Skywalker and Kenobi into a trap in the Karfak system. When the Jedi boarded a ship in search of Ventress, they were nearly blown apart by a thermal detonator. Then, Durge struck the injured Obi-Wan with a series of vicious strikes. Anakin intervened to level the playing field. In their one-on-one encounter, Durge initially overpowered the Jedi. However, Skywalker gained the upper hand when he introduced the Force. He hurled a number of explosives at Durge, ripping off his mask in the process. Anakin then exploited the Jedi's mindless fury to force him into an escape pod, which he force pushed into the nearby sun. Despite his incredible healing capabilities, Durge was killed once and for all. To learn more about Durge's skills, equipment and personality, click the link on screen or the one in the description. Now it's time for last week's question. Do you think Durge was overpowered? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to vote for next week's episode by participating in the card poll on screen now, and to have your say in future lore videos, head on over to thecankazans.com and get voting. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep it locked here to the Kankazans. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story hits theatres this December, so in an attempt to offer clarity, the Kankazans will guide you through each character's backstory, their possible involvement in the movie, fan theories and speculation, and quotes from the actor portraying them. If you plan on watching Rogue One without knowledge of any plot points or minor spoilers, then click off the video now. But if you don't mind jumping aboard the hype train, do stick around. Without any further ado, let's take a closer look at Rogue One's main protagonist, Jyn Erso.